trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Trespassing. My kids are out here.
I understand. We mean no trouble. We're just curious who the occupants of the home are,
Don't worry about who's occupants. That's none of your business.
Well, there are connections. There are connections to New York Attorney General Letitia James.
That doesn't matter. You're trespassing.
Are you related to Letitia James?
Do you know her?
You're trespassing. Go in the house.
The allegations are baseless. The allegations are nothing more than a revenge tour.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Now, before we get into this video, I want you guys to remember that we're going to talk about Letitia James today. Letitia James, there has been an investigator that proves, he went to the property in Norfolk, Virginia, and proves that she was lying. Okay, lying. This is mind-boggling. This is like crazy. But I want to show you that. But don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you never ever miss a video that I post. Also, we're going to get Letitia James's response to the mortgage fraud allegations. Let's watch.
Hi there. I'm a reporter with the Daily Caller News Foundation.
You're trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Trespassing. My kids are out here.
I understand. We mean no trouble. We're just curious who the occupants of the home are,
because
there's
about who's occupants. That's none of your business.
Well, there are connections. There are connections to New York Attorney General Letitia James.
That doesn't matter. You're trespassing.
Are you related to Letitia James?
Do you know her?
You're trespassing. Go in the house.
Do you know Letitia James? No? Okay. No comment. Thank you, ma'am.
Don't come up to my house no more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good one.
You well. Be well.
There's a car parked in the driveway.
Hello there, ma'am.
No comment. You're trespassing.
No comment?
Yeah, you're trespassing.
Okay, well, who lives here?
You're trespassing.
Who lives here, ma'am?
No comment.
No comment. Okay.
I want to get a little backup here. I think it says no trespassing right there. So these people have been scripted on what to say if someone were to come up to this to these properties. They both said the same thing. No trespassing, no trespassing, none of your business, no trespassing, no trespassing. A sign out front, no trespassing. Okay, so they've already been scripted. They've been worked with. They've been prepped. And I also want to point out that Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, you know, she's the one that went after President Trump for mortgage fraud. And she still says she's going to fight to the end, that she's not going to give up. She's not going to bend, while working with Al Sharpton with the National Action Network and misquoting scripture. But also, I want to add now that this is the same woman that put on mortgage papers that she was married to her father, Robert James. That either she married her father or she is, and you know, either they're incestuous or she's never married to her father and just put that down, committing mortgage fraud to get better terms somehow. This is the same woman that said that Norfolk, Virginia residence that was indicated here in the clip with the investigator. She put down that Norfolk, Virginia property was her primary residence. When he walks up, he finds that other people live there, not Letitia James. Not Letitia James. She said it was her primary residence. Lied again to get better terms. New York Attorney General, she has to live in New York. She can't live in Virginia and be the New York Attorney General. So she never lived in those properties in Virginia. She just said that, okay, to get better terms, to get whatever she needed to. So she had to say, this is my primary residence. So we already know that the demon rats accuse people of the very thing that they're doing. Now, this is rich. Oh, when I tell you this is rich, this heifer is out here saying that she's going after Trump, who is the current occupant in the White House. But she is guilty herself. And she also said that a unit had only 4 units when it actually had 5. This woman, you can't make this stuff up, but I'm going to share with you her response to all the fraud allegations. And I want you to pay very close attention to what she says.
Exclusive interview with New York State Attorney General Letitia James. As we have been reporting, President Trump ramped up his feud with James yesterday, targeting her specifically over alleged falsified real estate records. James has been at the forefront of the legal fight against the Trump administration on multiple issues. She joins us now with more, and we'll see if we can straighten a lot of this out. Good to see you, Ms. James. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Errol.
Absolutely. What is going on here? Did anybody contact you before this letter went out accusing you of this, that, and the other and making a criminal referral about real estate transactions?
No, not at all. And let me just say to all New Yorkers and to all Americans, the allegations are baseless. The allegations are nothing more than a revenge tour. And as you mentioned, my office was successful in securing a $454 million judgment against Donald Trump and others for exaggerating the value of his assets.
While she talks about President Trump exaggerating the value of his assets, you need to check your assets yourself, sister. But I just want to say, with that whole mortgage fraud thing with President Trump, you know, they did not do this with a jury. They did it with a judge that was compromised. They also, there were no witnesses that said that there was no person claiming that they were defrauded. No banks, no representative from the bank. No one said that President Trump cheated them. No one came forth. This is just a bunch of mess. I don't know any other way to put it. This is just framing the man, twisting and contorting laws to push a narrative forth. There was no mortgage fraud. There was none. No banks came forth and said that he cheated us. They did their due diligence with an appraiser. They did that. They agreed to the terms. He paid the banks back and on time with interest. Her, on the other hand, what I just told you with all of those, and I showed you in another video, I'll link it at the end of this one if you haven't seen the other video. That other video, I showed you documents where she had said she was married to her father. I showed you the certificate of occupancy that said that that house that she had, that apartment building, only had 4 units, and it actually had 5, because you can only have 4 or fewer units to get the residential rate, which is less expensive. And that's what she was aiming for. But she lied. She also said again that she was the primary occupant of that residence in Norfolk, Virginia. I want you guys to keep that in mind. Keep it in mind that the whole narrative against President Trump was that he committed mortgage fraud, but there was no jury, just a compromised judge, no jury, and nobody to come forth and say that he defrauded them. Keep all those things in mind.
He engaged in a pattern and practice of fraud. And the interest is accruing each and every day while the case is on appeal in the First Department. It's important that individuals know that this is nothing more than the continuation of the tour. He went after law firms, universities, immigrants, women. Thousands of federal employees right now are unemployed. Our government is in chaos and in disarray. Medicaid, Social Security, CFPB, and the list goes on and on and on. And as you know, as you mentioned, each and every day, my office is leading the fight against these executive orders, which have no legal import at all, have no legal significance. And we are standing up for the rights and privileges of New Yorkers and Americans. I will not be silenced. I will not be bullied. I will not bend. I will not break. And I will not bow to anyone. No one is above the law, including the President of these United States.
Okay. Well,
and the Office of the Attorney General will continue to stand up.
Let me follow up of some of what's in this this letter. It says, according to media reports, which for us in the media is kind of a red flag, meaning that it seems to be based on some social media posts that I know were made by partisan political actors. But just let me ask you about some of the specifics in the letter. They're saying that your house in Brooklyn is a legal 5-family and the mortgage on it is for a 4-family house. Is that true?
So let me just say that, Errol, you know, as any good attorney, I will not litigate this case in a camera. It's important that we will respond to these allegations at the appropriate time and in an appropriate way. But I will not go back and forth with respect to these baseless allegations. I am more focused again on standing up for the freedoms, the liberties, and for the rule of law in the state of New York.
I was under the impression by all of this that what they were really looking for is what they got, which is a headline.
Now, you saw how she turned that around. Now, I am not going to do this on camera. Oh, she didn't want to talk about it. Oh, the receipts are out there. You guys can look them up yourself. You can look into it because she has lied. I'm going to say allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly to everything because I don't want to get in trouble. But allegedly to everything I said before, what I'm saying now, the woman is a fraudster. Allegedly, she lied on those documents. Allegedly, she said, oh, you know, this is a 4-unit, but it's really a 5. And we just want to, I'm just going to put that out there. But you know, based on the information that I've already shown you in a previous video that I will link at the end of this one, I brought the receipts, okay? All right, so you know that the people that are coming out against Trump do the very thing that they accuse him of in every instance, not just with Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, but others as well. They literally, even with that writer, E. Jean Carroll, she wanted to say that he violated her in a fancy department store back in the 90s in the daytime with cameras everywhere. And then you find out this woman allegedly has this sick fantasy concerning violations. And she's pushed this on other men as well. There's many others out there. Did a video on her too. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you never ever miss a video that I post. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and to march on, warriors.